Let's do a save as to released using a table from Excel. One of the cool things about this is we can actually just set up a very simple automation here. So I'm going to start off by erasing memory. And the reason for this is we're going to show some variations on this function that use different file names. So let's see here. So we'll do an erase memory, and then we'll want to open our main model here, which is speaker.asm. And the reason we're doing that is that this save as does an in session rename of the models. So if we pick a particular model in here and we run it through this rename in session thing, it's going to rename it, or excuse me, save as. It's going to do a rename in session and kind of leave it in this state. So I'm just trying to purge the Creo session, load things up fresh, so that every time we run this, it works perfectly. The next thing we want to do is we need a release directory, and we're going to do a set Nitro release, and we'll call this my release files. And then we want our save as to released. So save as will normally you can specify a directory to be created, or just write the new name to the current work directory. The save as to released will dynamically write this or write this to the dynamically generated release directory that is in Nitro-CELL within the automation script. So there's kind of the main difference there. So we need item name. We need a table with item name and new item name. And I'm just going to highlight this, do a Control T, say, yeah, that's going to be my table. Call this my table. And now we just need to know what are we going to be renaming. So basket.prt is going to be one of these. And let's do a random ran between, let's say 20 and 100. Whoops. And put in basket as our ending there. And to make this work, we just have to type in TBL my table. And because we do have a function there that's doing a dynamic generation of a number, let's do a refresh all on the workbook just to make sure that the calculations are current. So when we run this, you'll notice that it's going to create our release directory, which is here, and give us our basket that we've asked for. If we run it again, we're going to get a new release directory because it will automatically increment, and we get our new variation on that part number. If we come back in and we say, okay, we want to do multiple items. So let's say cone.prt. You can see that Excel is kind of auto extending that down, which is kind of nice. And we'll call this cone, and let's maybe add in grill.prt and grill. So I'm going to leave those other directories as they are, and I'm just going to run this again. And if we come back up here, we should see our new directory and our various components that are there. So that's basically how the function works. It's really designed to just write the results to the latest available release directory that's set by the script. So if we go back to our previous release directories, you'll see that we don't have any of that new content that we've added because this is the most recent one that has been written.